This video describes how to complete the payroll sheet for foreign teachers. Start by clicking the Payroll Foreign tab on the accounting home screen, and we get the list of the payroll list for foreign teachers. You see this sheet is you can tell it's got the Canadian flag telling you a little bit of a highlight that it is the foreign teachers. This is done by the month. The month is in gray for April and November, just our sample values. Here's one payroll sheet for Jack Liu, it's just as a demonstration, and here's another one for Anderson Chang, which is in draft not completed. We also have a thing called a date setup, which if you do this before you add a new payroll sheet, the subsequent payroll sheets will have this same date setup. So if you're doing several for a month, it's a shortcut. So in this case, I'm sitting here at September the 2nd, 2017, and I'm going to make the date payment for September the 10th, covering the period August the 1st to the 31st, the month of August, the year 2017. And we have this calculation tells you that there were 22 working days in the month. That does include the statutory holidays and that sort of thing, but that's the number of days. Most salaries are monthly, so this does not always come into effect. So to create a new payroll sheet, we tap on the create button. It brings up the confirm, and up comes the payroll sheet. You can see that the set date is here. If you had to change it, you can do it. And what do we have is we've got I'm sorry, the date is already set, the month is set, the date set. This is the year of operation, number 4, and it's in a draft format. So the first step here is to choose a payroll, and I'll choose Julia Roberts because we use her for a lot of things, and put her into this system. It then puts in her name. It provides you with email so that this payroll sheet can be sent to her, and also as a phone number in case you have to phone her during this system or during this. Now, the open attendance button opens the attendance sheet for her. Since I have not completed that aspect, we won't get anything, but that helps you reinforce, and you can see I can try it here. You can see it. She has got present for 1 day. It's not she's not really payable. Anyway, we've got August the 1st, August 31st shows up as 23 days. I wonder where that is. Okay, and then we can put in the days paid, where these were the days off. So if we had say one sick day and one vacation day, oops, I'm not getting these numbers. One, that's 2 days, and if we had one sick day not paid, we could end up with a penalty, or if you have to type in like a quarter of a day penalty or something, it works out and calculates down here at the number of 22 days off. Right? What it's done here in the month, the next section is on the month's salary, and it looks up the salary from her Schedule 1 sheet. If you're wondering about it, you can click here and it will do it again. This puts it in US dollars. We work out the lost days pay. So you've got 1.25 days. For some reason that's not showing up. We'll get that. And it calculates out the day rate based on the number of days worked, and calculates that you should lose $109. So your payroll, your monthly salary is $11,891. And at that conversion rate, and if you have to reset the rate, you can do that, which will reset it back in the school system, and calculates the salary out as $42,939.609, which they tend to round out. And then we might have a housing allowance of something, let's say $1 million. And we then end up with the monthly take-home pay of 43 million Vietnamese dong. Now, the government premiums, that's as far as the teacher is paid. We still have to deal with how much we might have to pay on their behalf. So if we had to pay, I don't know, I'll just put numbers, 50,000 for personal income tax, social insurance, I'll put 10,000, and perhaps, oops, that's 100,000, 10,000, and maybe 10,000 the employer has to contribute. I'm just taking numbers off the top just to demonstrate how this might happen on zeros. And health insurance, we'll put 1,000 in, and put 1,000 in here. And medical allowance, 500. So we then end up with a total that we're paying on behalf of the employee and total we're paying on behalf of the employer. They total up to this value, which then gives us the gross amount of salary cost to date for this person. And we can then type in the paid by number, being a check number or a draft or how it was paid. You can then issue the PDF. It will steps it off to the side. Of course, it produces the same thing. It is then going to the teacher and to the accounting people, which we don't want to have set up. And that the people we've dealt with really appreciate receiving this sort of breakdown, because it gives them a tracking record and they can see exactly how their salary was arrived at.